you know, all they want is respect. And it's beautiful to see, in my opinion, so many black people trying to come together and live together. Now, I know because of my peoples and what I've heard of and things like that, there still is, you know, a lot of crime, you know, probably more out in like Kingston and things of that nature, man. You know, there's a lot of people living in like just shelter type homes where like you see how it's built and all you look at it and you see like that's a shelter, bro. That ain't a house, you know what I mean? That's just a shelter. And you know, people, that's where people are staying. One of the beautiful things about the island though is how so much naturally grows on the island, that there's really so much produce, from the bananas to the mangoes, you know, and all these other fruits, sour sop, and all these herbs and turmeric and this and that. And then bamboo is taking over there. That's actually a dilemma, how the bamboo is just sprouting up, growing everywhere, covering wildlife and things of that nature. Bamboo grows very rapidly, but it's just interesting, man. And then you start to realize, you know, that even though we do have our own messed up political system with the big man not really caring about the little man, but you can see more what happens when a government has more control and the big man really doesn't care about the little man, and all they care about is putting more money in their own pockets and feeding their own mouths, which are already being fed. And there's so many people that are struggling to simply be fed, man. You know, there was a lot of them looked like they was in good shape. You know, if there was like some training camps down there and things like that, you know, I bet there's tremendous athletes in the making in Jamaica. You know, they got Usain Bolt. They've had great athletes. They've had the one boxer who lost last year, but you know, he's a great fighter, and they've had great fighters throughout the history of boxing, man. But it's a beautiful country, man. I look forward to going back again. It's a simple flight from Florida, so now that I've been there and I've seen it and everything, I plan on making the trip another time. But it's hard, man. Now that I'm using my passport and I'm trying to become worldly traveled, man, there's just so many countries in the world to see, man. And anybody who has their passport, if you don't have your passport, I recommend that you get your passport, because that's the real privilege of being American, is to be able to go wherever you want to go. You know, there's only a few countries where you need to like abide and just kind of get a little bit of permission, just give them that little heads up, like we plan on doing this, and you get your little stamp. There's only like maybe 2 countries in the world that want us to come into their country in that manner. Everywhere else, we're welcome with open arms. You know, nobody denies an American passport, and that's the real privilege, is that you get to travel the globe. Other people in these countries, they don't get to simply just come to America. They need permission. They need their travel visas, and you know, Trump's doing his whole thing, whatever. But there's so many countries in the world, man. You know, he's not attacking everybody, but he is putting restrictions out there. But at the end of the day, you know, that's how the world is that depending on what country you come from, you're restricted. I didn't know what it meant to be a free American until I realized, well, you have the freedom to leave and come back. Where people from other countries, they don't even have the freedom to leave. They need permission to almost leave anywhere. Or the countries that they're allowed to visit without permission is limited within the world. America is not limited, man. So getting enlightened on that little factual note last year, learning some things, man, just really helped me understand that, like, you know, the champion of the world and what I've been able to accomplish for myself, man. And as a kid too, you know, kids think very simplistically, you know what I'm saying? So when I was growing up, I used to wonder, like, why don't we have world news? Why don't we have world stations? Like, you know, we got the Spanish channel, okay, we're attached to them, you know what I mean? But what about the rest of the world? Where's the entertainment? Because we live in a world, you know what I mean? And we get very Americanized and American-centric, you know, and I'm trying to break from that and see the world, man, because we all are in the same dome, you know what I mean? We all we all come from a mother and father. Isn't no man or no woman on this earth unless they were birthed through another woman. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we got more in common than we don't have in common. You know, language is a barrier when you go over to certain countries, you know, but it's a barrier that can be broken, or it's a barrier that can be dealt with, and mannerisms, body language is universal. You know what I mean? I don't care who you are. You move really fast and doing, everybody knows something's going on. You know what I'm saying? This dude's aggravated, upset, pissed off, something. You know what I mean? So, you know, and it's cool too to hear the different dialects in Jamaica. You know what I mean? They got their own little dialect over there, and then they speak English too. They drive on the other side of the road. And it's interesting, man. You know, and it just opens you up, man. And honestly, I just can't wait. All I want to do is fight and then leave. Fight and then leave.
Do you have that ability to, let's say, it doesn't have to be this specific fight, but after fight, take a vacation, or do you try to leave it to the end of the year the way you did last year?
I'll most likely do a quick one after this fight. And that's the thing too. It's just all about timing. See, last year I knew I wasn't going to get the fight that I wanted till this year. You know what I mean? If I was going to take a fight in late November, December, then I probably would have still been able to get out of the country, but I wouldn't have been able to do as many trips as I did. I got 3 different stamps in my passport last year before the year was over, so that was really nice to do. And I got my people's, my boy, you know, he said, well, we might go out to the Spence fight. We might go out to the.
More in common than you think. I went to DR, Jamaica, and Mexico last year.
There you go. You know, we might go out to the Spence fight, me and some peoples, and then after that, we're gonna go do a little Euro tour, man. You know, once when you're on that side, you know, the funniest thing about being in America is we have so many states, but we're one country. You know, and I haven't even seen every state in America. I haven't been to Seattle. You know what I mean? I mean, there's places that I haven't been. Nice developed cities that I've never seen or get acquainted with or accustomed to. So, but outside of that, when you go to these European countries, the country next to them is like as far as some of our states are. You know what I mean? Yeah. So you get the country hop the way you'd be driving from the East Coast to the West Coast. And then you get to see so much diversity in a smaller landscaping, where here we have diversity of color and culture, but it's America. You know what I mean? There, it's going to be completely different. I really haven't done a Euro tour, but I just can tell by looking at the map, you know, how it's going to go down. You know what I mean? And Africa too. You know, Africa. Oh, you know, eventually I might as well. You know what I mean? I mean, gotta see Egypt at least once in my life. You know. But yeah, man, you got South Africa. You know, you got so many places in Africa, man. I got my boy was in the gym. He's Nigerian. He be begging me to go see Nigeria.
Funny thing is, we have a West African listener. He's coming all the way from West Africa. How many hours is Muhammad's flight?
At least 8 hours.
He's coming to your fight for that. From West Africa. We have
Libya? Libya?
I can call him. We talk all the time. Get my phone? I don't know exactly where he is, but it's like 26 hours. He's already now in another country because that's how many. No, Muhammad. Alex is coming from Australia. There's a lot of people coming to your fight, man, from different countries. Like just people that listen to our show. We're having an event the day before your fight, Friday night in Manhattan, and I got like 4 people from the UK coming. That guy from West Africa, you know, my man just let us know yesterday he's coming from Australia.
Yeah.
And he said it's like 30 hours. So
that's one.
You guys are bringing
my boy say that's
a lot of people, bro. This fight is really big for everyone.
March 4th. March 4th. Barclays Center, Brooklyn.
One time snack pack.
Okay.
One time snack pack. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get you right here, see? Cashews, almonds, pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds.
Seeds are good.
You know, dried unsweetened cranberries, organic unsweetened coconut flakes, organic coconut oil, honey, vanilla, lime juice, and sea salt. You feel me? Snack pack.
You are what you eat.
Are you counting calories for this one, or just watching the diet? What you eat?
Oh yeah, man. I don't ever count calories, man. You know what I mean? We just greens and proteins. You know, good little healthy snacks. You know, got lots of water. Got to stay off the sugar beverages. You know, and that's what makes me feel good before the fight, man. Is cutting out all the sugar. Man. You know, there's gonna be sugar in this and sugar in that, but you just minimize it. You don't seek after any extra sugar. I don't be down in Gatorade. I don't have a beer at night. I'm not drinking no wine at night. I'm not drinking anything on the weekend. I don't have a cheat day. There ain't no cheat day. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's dedicated, you know, and I mean, that's how we get to perform, you know. So, March 4th, man, we know we've had a great camp, and we're looking forward to this fight.
Fight next Saturday night.
All right. Saturday night?
Good right hook.
Right. Has to go to sleep.
Your son used to come up here and play with your son, dude. You drive
So what up?
ready? Ready for you, man.
You guys are ready?
Oh, way back in the day it was green.
Is it go time? M Dizzle?
You tell me. I don't have a son.
Is it go time? Dan, workout's over? Can you use the gym? Can you use the ring? It's over, fellas. The time has come.